If you start a digital marketing agency today, you might already be late. Not because agencies are disappearing, not because digital marketing is dying, but because the rules of this industry have completely changed in the last few years. And most people entering this space still think like it is 2018 or 2020. Today, clients are smarter, tools are faster, competition is global, and artificial intelligence is removing many entry barriers that used to protect beginners and small agencies. This means starting a digital marketing agency is still possible, but the path to success is very different from what most YouTube videos and online courses still teach today. Many people think starting an agency is about learning Facebook ads, SEO basics, or social media posting strategies, but the real shift is happening at a deeper level. Clients today are not just looking for service providers, they are looking for growth partners. They want people who understand business outcomes, not just marketing tools. If you understand this shift early, you can build an agency that survives and grows in the next 5 to 10 years. If you ignore this shift, you may work very hard but still struggle to get consistent clients, consistent revenue, and long-term stability. In this video, I will break down the real 2026 digital marketing agency model, what is changing, what skills will matter most, and how you can position yourself correctly before the next wave of competition enters the market. The biggest mistake new agency owners will make in the next few years is believing that marketing services alone are enough to grow a business. In reality, clients are now expecting strategic thinking, data interpretation, and business growth planning. They want someone who understands their customer journey, their revenue model, and their market positioning. And this is where the biggest opportunity exists right now. Because while many new agencies are still focusing only on tools and tactics, the agencies that learn how to connect marketing activity directly to business outcomes will dominate their markets. That is exactly what we are going to break down step by step in this video. To understand where digital marketing agencies are going, we need to understand how fast the industry has changed in the last 5 years. Earlier, businesses mainly needed help with basic online presence. They needed someone to run ads, manage social media pages, or optimize their website for search engines. That was enough to get clients and build a stable agency. But today, the market is very different. Most businesses already know they need digital marketing. Many business owners already tried working with agencies before. Some had good experiences. Many had bad experiences. This has made clients much more careful when choosing who they work with. At the same time, new tools and artificial intelligence have made basic marketing tasks easier and faster. This means basic service delivery is no longer enough to stand out. The real difference now comes from strategy, communication, and business understanding. Clients are not just paying for marketing execution anymore. They are paying for clarity, growth direction, and predictable results. Agencies that understand this shift will grow faster. Agencies that ignore this shift will compete only on price. For example, imagine two agencies approaching the same client today. One agency talks only about services like running ads, posting content, or improving SEO rankings. The other agency talks about customer journey, revenue growth opportunities, and long-term brand positioning. Most serious business owners will choose the second agency, even if it costs more, because they are looking for growth, not just marketing activity. This is why the digital marketing agency industry is shifting from service providers to business growth partners. Agencies that understand client business models, profit margins, and customer behavior patterns will always have an advantage. This shift is already happening, and it will become even stronger in the next few years. To really understand where digital marketing agencies are heading, we need to compare the old agency model with the new agency model that is forming right now. In the old model, agencies focused mainly on selling individual services. They sold Facebook ads management, SEO services, website design, or social media management as separate packages. Success depended mostly on how many services you could sell and how many clients you could manage at the same time. But the new agency model is very different. Instead of selling individual services, modern agencies are focusing on solving business problems. Instead of saying, "We run ads," they say, "We help you increase qualified leads and improve conversion rates." Instead of selling social media posting, they sell brand visibility and audience growth strategy. In the new model, clients are less interested in what tools you use and more interested in what business results you can create. Agencies that shift from service selling to outcome selling will have a huge advantage in the next few years. This is one of the biggest mindset shifts new agency owners must understand. For example, think about a real business owner choosing between two agencies today. One agency explains how many posts they will create and how many ads they will run every month. The other agency explains how they will improve customer conversion rate, how they will reduce customer acquisition cost, and how they will increase lifetime customer value. Most serious business owners will always choose the second option because it directly connects marketing to business growth. This is why agencies that understand business metrics will always win over agencies that only focus on marketing activity. When you can explain how marketing decisions affect revenue, customer retention, and long-term brand strength, clients see you as a strategic partner, not just a service provider. This is one of the biggest differences between old agency thinking and new agency thinking. One of the biggest reasons many new digital marketing agencies struggle today is because they enter the market with outdated expectations. Many new agency owners believe that if they learn a few marketing tools and offer services at competitive pricing, clients will automatically come. But the reality is much more complex today. The market is now full of freelancers, agencies, automation tools, and AI platforms that can perform basic marketing tasks quickly and at low cost. This means clients have more options than ever before. Because of this, clients are no longer impressed by basic service delivery. They are looking for agencies that can understand their business challenges and help them grow in a measurable and predictable way. Another major reason agencies fail is lack of positioning. Many new agencies try to offer every service to every client. Instead of specializing, they stay general. But in today's market, specialization builds trust faster. Agencies that focus on a specific niche, industry, or result type often grow faster because clients see them as experts instead of general service providers. For example, imagine a new agency owner who launches with the mindset of, "I can do everything." They offer SEO, social media management, paid ads, content writing, email marketing, and website design. On paper, it looks powerful, but in reality, it creates confusion. When a potential client visits their website or hears their pitch, they cannot clearly understand what problem this agency solves best. Now compare that with an agency that says, "We help real estate businesses generate qualified buyer leads using paid traffic and conversion optimization." That message is clear. It is specific. It builds trust instantly. In modern markets, clarity wins over capability. This is why positioning is not optional anymore. It is survival. Agencies that understand who they serve and what exact result they create will always outperform agencies that try to be everything for everyone. AI impact on agencies. Artificial intelligence is one of the biggest forces reshaping digital marketing agencies today. Many basic tasks that used to require human time and effort can now be completed faster using AI tools. Content creation, ad copy drafting, keyword research assistance, competitor analysis, and even basic design elements can be generated with the help of intelligent systems. Because of this shift, agencies that rely only on basic execution skills are becoming replaceable. Clients are aware that AI tools exist. They know automation is available. So, the value of an agency is no longer in simply doing tasks. The value now lies in thinking, decision-making, strategy, and interpretation of data. AI does not replace agencies, but it does replace low-level execution work. Agencies that learn how to combine AI efficiency with human strategy will grow faster. Agencies that ignore AI will struggle to compete on speed and cost. In 2026 and beyond, the winning agency model will not be human versus AI. It will be human intelligence powered by AI systems. For example, think about a business owner who hires an agency to manage advertising campaigns. If the agency only delivers ad copy and basic targeting setup, the client might question why they cannot simply use AI tools themselves. But if the agency explains customer behavior patterns, analyzes conversion data, adjusts funnel strategy, and connects campaign performance to revenue growth, the value becomes much clearer. AI can generate content and analyze data, but it cannot fully understand human psychology, brand positioning, and long-term business direction without strategic guidance. Agencies that use AI to improve efficiency while focusing more on client growth strategy will become much more profitable and much more valuable in the next few years. This means the future agency owner must think beyond tools. They must think like a business consultant, not just a service provider. The new skill stack needed. If the agency model is changing and AI is reshaping execution work, then the next question becomes clear. What skills will actually matter in 2026 and beyond? The answer is not just technical marketing knowledge. The real skill stack for modern agency owners is a combination of strategy, communication, analytical thinking, and positioning. First, strategic thinking becomes essential. You must understand how marketing connects to business growth, not just how campaigns run. Second, communication skills become extremely important. You need to explain complex marketing ideas in simple language so clients clearly understand the value you bring. Third, analytical ability will separate strong agencies from average ones. Being able to interpret data, identify patterns, and adjust strategy based on numbers will become more valuable than simply launching campaigns. And finally, positioning matters more than ever. Agencies that clearly define their niche and expertise will grow faster than agencies trying to serve everyone. The new skill stack is less about tools and more about thinking. For example, imagine two agency owners. Both know how to run ads and use marketing tools, but one of them can clearly explain how improving conversion rate by just 5% can increase revenue significantly over a year. The other can only talk about impressions and clicks. The first agency owner will always be seen as more valuable because they connect marketing actions to financial outcomes. Another example is client communication. When a campaign underperforms, an average agency might say, "The ads are not working." A strategic agency will say, "We tested this message, learned this insight, and here is the next improvement step." That difference builds trust and long-term relationships. This is why the future agency skill stack is not about knowing more tools. It is about thinking deeper, explaining better, and connecting strategy directly to business growth. Another major shift happening in the digital marketing agency space is client psychology. Business owners today are more informed than ever before. Many of them have already tried working with agencies, freelancers, or consultants. Because of that, they are more cautious and more results-focused. Clients are no longer impressed by marketing jargon. They are not looking for fancy reports filled with technical language. They are looking for clarity, transparency, and predictable progress. They want to understand what is happening, why it is happening, and how it connects to their business growth. This means agencies must shift from impressing clients with complexity to building trust through simplicity. Explaining strategies clearly, setting realistic expectations, and showing measurable progress builds long-term relationships. Agencies that understand modern client psychology will close deals more easily and retain clients longer. The agencies that struggle are often the ones still trying to sell services. The agencies that succeed are the ones that sell confidence and direction. For example, think about a business owner who worked with two different agencies in the past. One agency sent detailed reports every month, but never clearly explained what those numbers meant for revenue. The second agency explained performance in simple business language and showed exactly how marketing actions were affecting sales and customer acquisition. Even if both agencies achieved similar results, the second agency would build stronger trust because the client understood the process. Modern clients also value honesty more than perfection. If a campaign underperforms, they do not expect miracles. They expect transparency and a clear improvement plan. Agencies that communicate clearly and consistently create emotional security for their clients. And emotional security is one of the strongest factors behind long-term contracts. This shift in psychology means that agencies must think beyond selling tactics. They must focus on building confidence, clarity, and direction for their clients. Another major shift happening in the agency world is how services are packaged and sold. In the past, agencies usually sold separate services like SEO, Facebook ads, website design, or social media management as individual monthly packages. Clients would choose one service and pay a fixed monthly fee. But in 2026, this model is slowly becoming weaker. Clients are not thinking in terms of services, they are thinking in terms of outcomes. They do not wake up wanting SEO or ads. They wake up wanting more leads, more customers, and more revenue. This means agencies must rethink how they package their offers. Instead of selling tasks, modern agencies package results. For example, instead of selling social media management, an agency might offer a brand visibility growth system. Instead of selling ads management, they might offer a lead generation system. When you package services around business outcomes, pricing becomes easier. Clients understand what they are paying for. It also positions you at a higher level compared to agencies selling technical tasks. The future belongs to agencies that design offers around transformation, not activity. For example, imagine two agencies offering Facebook ads management. One agency charges a fixed monthly fee for ads management. The client only sees it as a task being performed. The second agency offers a customer acquisition system where ads, landing page optimization, and conversion tracking are combined into one structured process designed to increase qualified leads at a predictable cost. Even if both agencies use similar tools, the second one feels more strategic. Because the offer is built around growth, not activity, it becomes easier to justify higher pricing. Clients are willing to pay more when they clearly understand the transformation they are buying. This is why packaging is not just about presentation. It directly affects revenue potential, client quality, and long-term scalability. Agencies that master offer design will grow faster than agencies that simply sell services. Client acquisition has changed dramatically in the last few years. Earlier, many agencies relied heavily on cold emails, cold calls, and direct messages. While these methods can still work, they are becoming less effective because business owners receive hundreds of similar messages every week. Today, trust is the main currency in client acquisition. Business owners prefer to work with agencies they already know, follow, or have seen providing value online. This is why content-based positioning is becoming one of the strongest client acquisition strategies for modern agencies. Instead of chasing clients, smart agencies attract clients. They share insights on LinkedIn, create educational videos, publish case studies, and demonstrate expertise publicly. When potential clients see consistent value, they approach the agency with trust already built. Another important shift is specialization in outreach. Instead of sending generic messages to everyone, successful agencies focus on a specific niche and speak directly to that industry's problems. This makes communication stronger and conversion rates higher. In 2026 and beyond, the agencies that combine authority content with strategic outreach will build the most stable client pipelines. For example, imagine a business owner who receives 10 cold messages in one day from different agencies promising more leads or better ads. Most of those messages look similar. There is no clear difference. Now imagine that same business owner has been watching short educational videos from one specific agency for several weeks. They see practical advice, clear explanations, and real examples. When that agency finally sends a message or publishes a service offer, the response rate is completely different because trust already exists. This is the difference between interruption marketing and authority marketing. Interruption tries to force attention. Authority attracts attention naturally. Agencies that invest in content, positioning, and public expertise build stronger pipelines with less resistance. Client acquisition in 2026 will not be about sending more messages. It will be about building visibility in the right niche and converting attention into trust. One of the biggest mindset differences in the modern agency world is the difference between positioning yourself as a freelancer and positioning yourself as an authority. Many new agency owners unknowingly operate like freelancers. They focus on completing tasks, charging hourly rates, and competing on price. But authority-based agencies think differently. They do not sell hours, they sell expertise. They do not compete on price, they compete on clarity, specialization, and results. When you position yourself as an authority, clients approach you for direction, not just execution. Freelancers often say, "Tell me what you need and I will do it." Authorities say, "Here is what your business actually needs, and here is the strategy." That small difference in language completely changes perception. In 2026, agencies that operate like consultants and strategic partners will earn more respect, higher fees, and longer contracts than agencies that behave like task-based service providers. Your positioning determines your pricing power. For example, imagine two professionals offering similar marketing services. One charges hourly and waits for instructions from the client. The other charges based on strategic packages and guides the client's decisions. Over time, the hourly freelancer becomes replaceable because they are seen as labor. The authority-based agency becomes valuable because they are seen as a decision maker. Authority positioning also changes how clients negotiate. When you sell hours, clients compare you to cheaper options. When you sell expertise and outcomes, clients compare you to competitors based on trust and confidence. That difference directly affects your pricing power and long-term income stability. The modern agency owner must move from task executor to strategic advisor. That shift alone can double revenue potential without increasing workload. Another major shift in the agency world is pricing models. Traditional agencies often charge fixed monthly retainers based on services provided. But in 2026, clients are becoming more comfortable with performance-linked pricing and hybrid models. This does not mean you should work only on commission. It means pricing must reflect value creation. Some agencies combine a base retainer with performance bonuses. Others create tiered growth packages that increase as business results improve. When pricing is connected to outcomes, clients feel more confident because incentives are aligned. At the same time, agencies that truly understand strategy can increase their earnings without simply increasing workload. Modern pricing is about alignment, not just monthly fees. For example, imagine an agency charging a flat monthly fee of $1,000 for marketing services. The client pays the same amount whether results improve significantly or stay average. Over time, this can create tension because the client starts questioning the value of the fixed fee. Now imagine a different structure where the agency charges a base retainer for strategic work and adds performance bonuses tied to lead growth or revenue milestones. In this model, both the agency and the client are aligned toward the same goal. When the business grows, both sides benefit. This type of pricing also increases perceived confidence. When you are willing to connect part of your income to results, clients see that as a signal of belief in your strategy. It changes the conversation from cost to partnership. Modern pricing is not about being cheaper, it is about structuring value in a way that feels fair and growth-oriented for both sides. Even with all this information, many new agency owners still make predictable mistakes. The first mistake is trying to offer too many services without mastering one core area. This creates confusion in positioning and weakens trust in the market. The second mistake is focusing only on getting clients but not building systems. Without clear processes, onboarding structure, and performance tracking, agencies quickly become overwhelmed. Growth without systems creates stress instead of stability. Another common mistake is underpricing out of fear. Many beginners believe lowering prices will attract more clients. In reality, low pricing often attracts the wrong type of clients who demand more and value less. The final major mistake is ignoring personal brand and authority building. In today's market, visibility and trust are essential. Agencies that hide behind generic branding struggle more than agencies that show expertise openly. Avoiding these mistakes can accelerate agency growth dramatically. For example, many beginners offer everything: ads, SEO, web design, and social media without mastering one core result. That usually creates weak positioning and confused clients. Another common mistake is pricing too low. Low-paying clients often demand more revisions and more time, which kills profit and slows growth. Agencies that focus on one clear outcome, build simple systems, and price based on value grow much faster. So what will separate average agencies from future winners in 2026 and beyond? The difference will not be tools, it will not be trends, it will be clarity and positioning. Future winning agencies will do 4 things consistently. First, they will specialize instead of staying general. Second, they will package outcomes instead of selling tasks. Third, they will combine AI efficiency with human strategy. And fourth, they will build authority publicly instead of relying only on cold outreach. This combination creates a strong competitive advantage. When you specialize, clients trust you faster. When you sell outcomes, pricing becomes easier. When you use AI strategically, margins improve. And when you build authority, client acquisition becomes smoother. The agencies that understand this framework early will grow steadily, even as competition increases. The ones who ignore these shifts will constantly chase clients and struggle with pricing pressure. The future agency is not bigger, it is smarter and more focused. So when people say that digital marketing agencies are becoming too competitive or too crowded, they are only partly correct. The industry is not dying, it is evolving. And every evolution creates both risk and opportunity. The agencies that fail will be the ones trying to copy old models without adapting. But the agencies that observe these shifts and adjust their positioning will find more clarity than ever before. When you understand the new rules, specialization, strategic thinking, authority positioning, and smart use of AI, you stop feeling overwhelmed by competition. Instead of asking, "Is it too late to start an agency?" the better question becomes, "Am I willing to build it the right way?" Because the future does not belong to the fastest or the cheapest agency. It belongs to the most focused and the most strategic. If this video helped you understand how digital marketing agencies are changing and what will actually matter in 2026 and beyond, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more strategic breakdowns like this. And I want to ask you something. If you were starting an agency today, what would you focus on first? Specialization, authority building, or AI integration? Comment below and share your perspective. I read the comments and they help shape future videos. The future of agencies belongs to those who adapt early. Make sure you are one of them. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.